You weren't even subscribed to any of my channels the first day you arrived here. The first day you were not subscribed to one.
Okay.
You ready? Go. Here we go. Welcome back to Schaik Shakers. We have a new studio here, as you can see. It's quite different than what we were using before. Before, if you recall, if this is not your first podcast that you tuned in for, we were at the desk, and I was just at the desk, and I was alone, and I was just talking about body language stuff, and it was okay. It was okay. However, as I promised in other episodes of my Schaik podcast, when I was sitting all alone at the desk, we were going to do something a little bit more exciting. We were going to actually create a studio and have the ability to interview people and also to have co-hosts. So everyone meet my assistant / videographer, photographer, co-host, Zizi.
Hi.
I hired my assistant. We found out that you're a pretty good conversationalist. So it was like, well, it'd be great for you to be a co-host on the podcast. So you can just sit at the desk and we can just have conversations there. However, no, that was a bad way of going about it because it just looked like two people having a conversation. But what we want is be able to have bigger conversations with guests and such. But Zizi, introduce yourself.
So good to be here. I'm a little nervous.
You're a little nervous.
I'm a little nervous.
Have you ever done a podcast before?
No.
Never?
Never.
So this is your first one?
My first time.
I actually feel like this is my first one too.
Really?
Yeah.
Because of the new setup?
100%. Right. This feels
Okay.
completely different because I was used to I keep pointing over here. I don't know if you guys can't really see this, but maybe we can show a little B-roll clip because you're going to be editing this one. That I was literally just at my desk in front of the screen with the microphone here and headphones on, sitting down, as opposed to my main channel videos, which you may be familiar with, my body language main channel videos. I was standing up without the headphones. I keep interrupting you. I guess because I'm a little nervous. You've never done one of these before?
Nope, never.
Ever be a guest on a podcast?
Nope.
Ever speak into a SM7B microphone before?
No, literally while we were setting up, I just learned everything there is to know about a podcast from you. Yeah,
well,
all I learned.
I was also kind of learning on the way.
Were you?
Well, yeah. I mean, you saw when we were doing the
Right.
studio, building the studio here. And if you don't know, we were actually building this with our own bare hands here. This was not something that, we hired someone to do. We talked about hiring someone, but
Right.
gosh, it would just be a mess. When you hire someone, then it's not as easy as just waving the magic wand and paying them money.
Right. They're always going to mess something
Yeah,
up.
it's always going to be something. There's
Right.
always going to be something where you're just like, dude, are you serious?
Yeah.
Ah.
So just do it right the first time yourself.
How
Good
long have
point.
you been my assistant so far?
Your assistant for a few months now, right?
2 months. Yeah. Was it May?
I don't know when did I start.
Was it May?
I think so. Yeah.
It's quite
It was
some time.
around May.
Yeah.
Yeah, when we started, and now I'm finally getting the hang of the whole editing and everything because I had to learn so much. Yeah.
Zizi started at the ground level. She really knew nothing about videography, editing. You weren't even subscribed to any of my channels the first day you arrived here. The first day you were not subscribed to one.
Right.
And we knew each other. We knew
Right.
each other beforehand a little bit. And yet she wasn't subscribed to any. Not one, not even my main channel.
Nope.
Jeez.
I was like, it's okay. I'm his friend. I don't need to subscribe. I know who he is.
But you weren't even a big YouTube viewer even.
Nope, not a viewer,
Nope.
YouTuber. I didn't know any YouTubers. Like I said, everything I learned besides from podcasts, everything there's to know about YouTube, the business behind it.
Right.
And how you make your videos work. That was very impressive. I was like, there's no way there's this much work into it. I was like, there's kids on YouTube who make a 5-minute video, and I'm like, whatever.
There's a lot that goes into it.
Yeah, there's
way more
lot.
than you were to think.
So much more.
Right.
Yeah, especially now that I have to edit some of the videos. I'm like,
yeah,
it's a 5-minute video probably took over an hour to film.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. especially like a vlog or something, like the
Right.
vlogs that we do.
Right.
And if you're not subscribed to the vlog channel, you may want to do that because we show a lot of behind the scenes stuff, kind of how everything fits together. And we're also showing the behind the scenes of how we built a studio.
Right.
So that's going to be interesting. That one should be coming out soon because we also need to hire more people too. We need to hire like a video editor,
Right.
videographer. Those are top of the list right now
Yep.
because there's just so much. And, some of you may be kind of noticing that I've been a little MIA for the past like maybe 2-3 months. Basically,
Yeah.
since I hired you. You caused me to go MIA.
I know. I'm sorry.
And everyone's just like, where's this guy? I mean, what the heck? Is he quit YouTube or something? Like,
Right.
actually the opposite. We're doing a whole bunch of things. And actually the past 3 weeks really
Right.
been just this studio. And that's really all I've been doing
Mhm.
and all we've been focused on
Right.
is just building this. And the good thing is that we had a lot of this already. The sound foam was all up beforehand. So it was mostly the desk and the wiring and some of
Lighting.
the technology and lighting, which we're still finalizing. We're still getting a whole bunch more light. And unfortunately, Amazon Prime isn't as prime as we wish.
Nope. You got in, it didn't make that big of a difference.
No,
It still
you would
takes
think
a
you'll
lot.
get it next day,
Right.
right? You guys would think you'll get your Prime next day. It used to be like that, I thought, like
Mhm.
next day delivery with Prime. No,
Right.
I'm still waiting on lights that I ordered earlier this week.
Yeah.
Still a lot that's coming together. That's why we have like some of the fasteners still there because literally after this podcast ends, I told you what we're doing.
Right. Right.
Like we're gonna have you start to edit this one
You're
so
gonna
we can
fix the
put it
lights.
out, and then I'm gonna come in and put up the lights. We ordered LED lights all through this panel, all through this what is this far wall over here. So we have a few panel lights,
Right.
and do the wiring back here and the wiring on the floor that's leading to the computers, and it's a mess right now.
Yeah.
As you know, I'm quite organized, and
Yeah.
Yeah.
very, very organized.
look at that face.
It's like, mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm a little OCD organized. Like,
Right.
I like things in their place. They have to be where they should be, because
Right.
otherwise you'll trip over things, and then like we're dealing with now, all these wires that are all hanging around. It's just really bothersome for me.
Do you ever lose your keys ever? Like your car keys?
No,
or
because I
keys
put them in
when-
the same spot every day. You see them, right?
Right.
Right?
Right.
I always put them there. It has to be there because otherwise I would lose them. The tape measure has been the one thing, right?
Right.
And I got 2 tape measures, and I happen to lose both of them all the time. What the frig?
It was great because I could relate to you because I'm always losing my keys and phone
It's
all
your
the time.
keys that you
Yeah,
lose?
keys
Yeah.
and phone. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm always like, can you call my phone? I don't know where I put it last. It's just
Yeah.
little things like that. So
And
when
they're
you,
black, too. So it
Yeah.
like blends in with like practically anything
Black
except
hair.
the white table. which is
everything
nice.
I own is black too. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I can't find anything.
Yeah. But we should talk to them. We'll
Yeah.
talk a little more about you as we go, but we should also
Mhm.
tell them kind of like what we're doing here and
Right.
what kind of like everything, like what kind of podcast we're going to be making, as well as what we plan on doing with the studio and what they can expect. You know? So basically what we're thinking, I think we want to do a flat screen TV here,
Oh yeah.
maybe a sign of some sort. We want to do the desk, still has to be puttied and spackled all through here. This is all like massive panel gap because I'm not a professional carpenter. I'm just a carpenter that I just kind of pretend to be.
I mean, you figured it out. You didn't lose any limbs.
No, I
so
still have all my fingers
That's
and
great,
limbs.
yeah.
So, I mean, that was like the biggest win for
Neither
me.
one of us went to a hospital
Right,
or anything.
Right? No,
Right.
I don't think any real blood that was shed. I got a few scratches, but other than that,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
it-
did.
Yeah,
I kind of stood by and watched. I was like, you cut that. I'll support
yeah. I just kind of like had you hold some things,
Yeah.
and it was good moral support to feel like if I did like chop off my arm with a circular saw,
Right.
like you can kind of be like, it'll be okay. You don't need your right arm. And,
Yeah,
it's
you'll
just
be
a right
fine.
arm. Who cares?
we'll just put it back.
Yeah, they can probably glue it back. on.
Right. That's exactly what I always do.
No big deal.
Just shaking as I call 911. Like, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Circular saw is no joke. It'd be pretty cool too, I think, to
Mhm.
have for you all to check in to see the progress of the studio and see it all get built. And keep in mind, we're doing this all ourselves. We're not
Right,
hiring
I
people
know.
here. Because when I first built this and I started building the first 2 frames of this, right? They're built-in frames. I said specifically, I'm not building no countertop. That's not something that I know how to do. I'm
Yep.
not going that far to ever build a countertop in this podcast studio. And then what? 2
And
days
I
later,
show
literally
up
it was
to
2
work,
days
yeah.
later. And then
You were like, guess what?
we're building a countertop.
Yep. And I
Because
was
the
like,
problem was I went to Home Depot and I asked them, I was like, yo, I want a countertop that's pretty cool. And they're like, no, you can't have a cool countertop, basically.
Yeah.
You have
just like
these
a-
like 4 designs you can have. And the lip can only be like 1.5 inches below the actual countertop surface.
like, no.
That's it. And
That's
I'm like,
not
I'm
gonna
thinking to
work.
myself, no, I don't want to make this podcast studio and have the counter on the desk here,
Right.
which is basically the centerpiece of what you see most is the countertop, and have that actually look like a kitchen countertop.
Right.
We're not doing that.
No.
So,
And this little step you added too, that was kind of by accident.
Yes.
You weren't planning this.
yeah,
You were like, huh. This
because
looks cool.
they cut the lumber wrong because
Right.
we actually meant for this to be 25 inches, I believe.
Something like that.
Yeah. And then they cut it to be like 24.5.
Right.
And then that caused us not to be able to have as much leeway with the actual LEDs that we wanted to put in here. So we're like, oh, shoot. And then that's why we were like, okay, how do we fix this? And I kept thinking about it, and I was kind of all pissed off about it. I mean, you saw me.
yeah.
I was just kind of just in a bad mood, just really bad mood. And I get like that, right?
I know, I remember.
I just get kind of pissy. I don't yell. I just get quiet, and I just get like just a sour look on my face, right?
Which is a little worse because if
Is
you
it worse?
yell,
At
then I
least
would
it
be
gets
like,
over
okay,
with.
he's upset. But if you're all quiet, I'm like, are you okay? Should I do something? Should I give you space? I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know what to do because I'm just
Yeah.
pissed, and I'm like, how am I going to change this now? I already got the lumber, and this wasn't cheap. I
Right.
was like, oh gosh, they cut it wrong at Home Depot. Damn it.
Right.
But yeah, that caused us to actually think of creating this extra lip.
Right.
Well, I guess I thought of it, but whatever. But then, we were just thinking of it, and then it was like, well, wait a second. We put an extra lip. It'll give some cool dimension. We also had extra lumber already,
Right.
and we can just put the lights underneath that lip, and then it will shine down further onto whatever 3-dimensional metallic thing we decide to put in the front here. So
Right.
that was the whole idea.
Yeah.
Keep playing with this.
Yeah.
If I don't mention it, people in the comments are
Well,
just going to be
mention
like,
it, really?
why do you keep playing with your chapstick?
Like,
But it's actually an old trick that politicians use sometimes. If they're nervous or
What?
whatever,
Oh.
or, talking, they sometimes
Right.
hold something, like hold a pen. And
Right.
that's why you see a lot of them, like during debates, like holding a pen. It also allows them to write down something quick. But yeah,
right.
it kind of like distracts their mind and it makes them less fidgety.
Nice.
I guess I'm a little nervous. I'm not
Oh.
that nervous.
It's like, can
How
I
are
borrow
you?
that?
Yeah. Here, you can have the
Thank
pen.
I'm
You're not
better
that
now.
nervous,
Yeah,
right?
not as nervous as it was like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
few minutes ago when we
Yeah,
just started.
it's kind of
but-
intimidating because we have 3 cameras, as you guys can probably figure out, from like seeing all the different camera angles
right.
we're going to be showing in the edit, right, ZZ?
Yes.
Yeah, so there's a lot of camera angles. It's just kind of legit. It just feels really legit. It's going to
Yeah.
feel even more legit, like an actual podcast studio. I mean, it really is. But once we get the big LEDs,
And more people to like manage the cameras.
yeah,
too,
that's
right.
the whole other thing that we're going to be
Yeah.
doing too. Is we have my chair here, or my desk chair that I would sit in.
Mhm.
You have like a director that sits there. You have a videographer that can be in the corner there. So you can actually fit a lot of people in here.
Right.
It's
It's
ki-
bigger
it's
than
kind
it
of alarming.
looks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's kind of alarming. Yeah,
Yeah.
because you can fit 4 people at the desk, and then 2 people quite easily managing what's going on in here.
Yeah.
So
exactly.
yeah, it's
So
really
you're pretty
cool.
much set. Yeah. Yeah, and in your vlog you showed how you made all this space.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. That one's coming
Moving
out soon.
everything
Oh yeah.
into the closet.
Yeah, if you didn't catch my vlog, the one that's out, the one that's showing the actual build process of how
Right.
we're building the studio is not out yet. But that one will be out hopefully in a couple days. But if you missed the vlog We'll probably link it in the description.
Yeah.
I don't sleep in my bedroom anymore. This is my bedroom. I don't sleep in here anymore, as you can probably notice, because there's no room anymore unless I want to sleep in front of here. Maybe put like a blown up mattress. That's probably worse than my current situation.
How
though.
tall are you?
I'm
You can,
6'2".
curl
I
up
know,
and-
like in a fetal position,
Yeah.
just like on a mat. I have that standing mat that I have for my standing desk.
Oh yeah.
I can like sleep on my standing mat. That's an
Oh,
option.
That's cute. You look like a little puppy.
Yeah, I know, right?
Or a big puppy. It's just curled up.
No.
And I'll come in the morning.
That turned off.
It did.
Yeah. We're going to have to get another Sony A6400.
Yeah.
Let's see if we want to, what we want to do here. See if the eBay listing is over. 17 minutes and 18 seconds.
You can do it. Get it.
$710. Should I buy this camera? It's a Sony A6400. So it'll be my third Sony A6400.
Nice.
The Sony A6400 the auction is ending in 16 minutes and 11 seconds. Should we buy this? We'll see. I'll just keep it on my desk here. And
set an alarm.
no, I'll just keep an eye on it. It's just kind of ticking down here.
Didn't you miss it last time?
That
Or
was
the
for the
lens.
lens. That was for the vlog lens, the vlog camera lens, the one right over here.
Right. You were like, I'll be fine.
I'll be fine.
And
And I
like
was
2
like,
hours later, you're like,
I was like, oh, it was only
Shit.
10 minutes. I was like, I'll
Right.
be fine. It'll be 10
You
minutes. I'll just check
barely
back in
missed
a couple
it. Yep.
minutes. And then, yeah, I totally forgot about it.
that's
Shoot.
okay.
Yeah, I have a history of that. But the question is, should I buy like new from eBay where there's no warranty or anything like that? Or do you buy it brand new and spend an extra like $230? Right?
No, save that $230 for a lens that you're going to add to it.
Well, I have a lens over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, then never mind.
Saving money.
Still,
Yeah.
you can buy something else with that money.
Exactly.
Something small.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You can always buy something else.
Put it towards gas.
Lambo gas.
Lambo. Ooh.
We need to take the Lambo out today.
Yeah.
I haven't driven it in almost 2 weeks.
It's
I just
probably
don't have
dead.
any
It's probably
No,
dead.
it's not
No.
dead. I had the guy fix it because the other
well,
guy.
It's Denver, though. Anyone that fixes your car here in Denver just fucks it up.
Yeah,
even more.
95% chance that it's going to be messed up when someone touches my Lambo.
Yeah.
Yes, 95% chance.
Every time
It's
I see
ridiculous.
you,
Yes.
you either don't have it because it's not ready on
Right.
time, or something's wrong with it. It won't lock. It won't turn on.
Yep.
Won't
It
turn
just
off.
yeah.
The lights wouldn't turn.
Here's
off.
the thing, guys. Like people always like give me shit about owning a Lambo, and they're like, "It's because you own a Lambo. That's why it's not reliable. That's why I'm having problems." No, it's nothing to do with Lambo. Lambo has been bulletproof. Everything on the car has been perfect as far as like quality, craftsmanship. I don't know what mechanical, turning on. Just as a car, it works great. It's the people who touch the car, 95% of them, and 95% of the vendors who end up giving me products to the car or whatever. It's all messed up. Either the product is messed up, I have to return it and go through this back and forth crap, or the
They
people who
ruined it.
touch it fuck it up, and then I have to spend an extra 2 weeks trying to fix it either myself or trying to find someone else around here in Denver that knows how to fix a Lambo.
There's probably like
And this is not
10
Southern California or Southern Florida,
No.
It's not South Beach where they're all over the place.
Right.
Yeah, like you see them, like it's hardly any. When we saw one at Home Depot,
Right.
ironically.
Except that one Lambo we saw at Home Depot.
Right.
Right. But yeah, no, I don't really see a lot of.
Yeah, they're not
supercars
around.
here.
They're just
Yeah.
not around here.
Mhm.
I mean, they're a little bit, but
Yeah.
the community is really small. But if you think about the number of people that actually modify their Lamborghinis, it's tiny.
Right.
It's just tiny. In addition to just generally this market not being a big supercar market,
Right.
I mean, mostly because of the weather. You don't get as much snow as a lot of people think,
Right.
but it's not Southern
I-
California though.
Don't think your Lambo would make it through the snow we get here, though, right?
A little bit of snow, it would. It had
a little
if
bit.
it had
of
all season tires,
Like
yeah, it would. It has
mid-winter.
all-wheel drive, ZZ.
What?
It's all-wheel drive. Why don't we talk a little bit about you?
Me.
Yeah, you do have a little bit of an accent.
Tiny bit. Tiny.
Where is
Yeah.
your accent from?
It's from Iran. Well, we say Iran.
Iran.
So, Iran.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's where I was born.
So you're Persian?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool. So you were
yeah.
born in Iran.
Uh-huh.
And then how long did you stay in Iran?
We were there until I was about 7,
Okay.
6.5, 7, and then we moved to Turkey. And
Okay.
then we
Why did you move to Turkey?
We just wanted to leave Iran.
Yeah.
Better life, better opportunity.
Yeah.
So we didn't come here right away. We went to Turkey, got our visa from there.
Okay. But you
Yeah.
went to Turkey specifically to actually
To
go to
come
the
here.
United States.
Yeah.
You had family here already.
Yeah, we had little family, and then soon the rest of them followed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make it sound
It's
like.
like, come on
little
over.
kids,
It's not
like
that
little
bad.
cockroaches.
It's not that bad.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a couple uncles here, so we just were like, all right,
Yeah.
they're in Denver, so let's go to Denver.
Yeah.
Makes most sense. Yeah, but we were in Turkey for 2 years, and then now we're here. We've been here for about 13 years, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
Since
old
I
were you when
was
you came to the
8
United
or
States?
9, something like
8
that.
or 9.
Yeah. So I remember the trip.
That's quite young.
Yeah. But I think I picked up English pretty quickly, so
Yeah.
that was good.
Yeah. You're still pretty young where
Yeah.
it wasn't that hard to pick up another language.
Right, exactly.
Because when you're young, you can just pick up these languages.
Exactly.
Like
yeah.
anything. Like, whether it's snowboarding, climbing, like around here, you see little kids on the mountain.
Right.
They can't even walk, but they could snowboard, though.
Right.
It's amazing.
Yeah,
and they
I've seen that.
snowboard better than I do.
I know. I'm like struggling on my skis, and this like freaking toddler like goes by on its skis.
Yeah. But you picked up it really quickly.
Yeah, really quickly.
Yeah.
And then,
But when you started
right.
in school in the United States,
Mhm.
no one spoke your language.
Nope.
And you were just thrown into the public school
Right.
system. It was just like, hey.
My parents didn't even drop me off. They put me on a bus. And they were like, get off when all the other kids get off. I was like, okay.
That's epic.
I guess.
You don't hear those stories anymore.
No.
Nowadays, like, you have the helicopter parents that are like,
Right.
oh, goodness, I'll be in the school with you. I'll make sure that I, talk to you after every class and make sure you're,
Yeah.
getting acclimated and assimilated and
Uh-huh.
you're okay and no one's making fun of you. No, they were just like, hey, what's the worst can happen to you?
Like,
You're going
no,
to school.
just
That's
went,
great.
I found my classroom because there was a teacher that walked up to me, said my name, and I just kind of nodded, and she kind of took care of the rest. Yeah. I cried a lot, like, my first day. Not in public, though. I waited.
We got to
till
turn
we
your
got
camera
home.
back on.
You
4
missed it?
minutes.
Oh, sweet.
I thought I was going to lose it completely.
Yeah. You lost it.
I lost.
No.
Someone bit
Someone
it up.
else is literally
Someone
sitting
bit it
there.
up. That one keeps dying
That's okay.
because for some reason the recording lifespan on it only records like 20 minutes or so.
That's okay. I mean, it still works.
No, we have to get up and turn this thing on all the time.
It's still a camera.
After it stops recording, and also we had to change out the battery too.
There was a teacher, they're called ESL teachers.
ESL.
It's English as a second language.
Okay.
Yeah, and they kind of,
and
tried
they
their
didn't
best.
speak Persian.
no, they didn't speak
Farsi.
Farsi. Yeah, Farsi at all. So we kind of had to go based off of pictures, and they would show me the alphabet and just tell me what it was until I finally was like, oh, okay, that's A, because she keeps saying it. I'm like, got it. Until we got
A.
to Z.
Hey.
Yeah.
What the hell?
I'm like, A what?
You don't even
A.
know. I know, right? But
But-
I guess as a kid, you just
Yeah.
kind of figure it out so quickly of just,
Right,
figure out that that's
Mhm.
the alphabet, which
right.
puts all the words together.
Yeah, I learned a lot more hanging out with the kids.
Yeah.
Right. Especially during recess time or lunchtime and stuff.
Oh, boy.
That was when.
That could be dangerous.
Yeah. Yeah. I
You
did-
learned a lot of things. I'm sure you learned
Right.
all the very intellectual words.
Yeah, literally go home and be like, what a bitch. My parents wouldn't know, so that's okay.
Yeah. Because they didn't speak English.
Mm-mm.
No one you knew when you moved here really
Um,
spoke English, except maybe some
A couple
your
uncles.
family
yeah.
members spoke a
Yeah.
little bit of English.
Yeah. But
Not like
they-
fluent, perfect English.
No.
Yeah.
Just enough to like get by. Like they had
That's
jobs
impressive.
and stuff.
No, that's impressive. Like
Yeah.
I can't imagine moving to another country
Yeah.
as an adult or even as a kid,
Right.
and not know how to speak the language
Yeah.
and just make it work.
Right.
You're glad you came
yeah,
here?
I'm so glad we came here.
Why is
I'm
that?
like so thankful.
Why is that?
Yeah, because like I have so much freedom and opportunity here that I wouldn't have had
Yeah.
in my country.
Yeah. And your parents have felt some of the lack of freedom and opportunity in
Right.
other countries as
In
well.
other countries as well, yeah.
Because that'd be pretty tough,
Yeah.
to feel like your potential is limited.
Right,
That
exactly.
would suck.
It sucks.
It's almost accepted as part of society
Right.
blatantly, and
It's just
there's
kinda
really
like-
nothing to really try to do anything about it because
Yeah.
they just accept it.
It doesn't allow your mindset to grow as much either.
That's true.
Right,
That's
because you're
true.
like, well, what's
If
the
you're
point?
oppressed, yeah, it's like, why am I going to think big? Why am I going to think
Right.
about things that, I can
Yeah.
do that are interesting, creative, different,
Exactly.
exciting? You can't, because it's like, hey, you can't do that here.
Yeah. Like here, like I have no excuse to be successful in whatever it is I want to be. There's
Right.
so many opportunities. There's always a way.
Yeah, we just want to introduce you all to the new assistant co-host, Zizi of the podcast. And then also we wanted to just show you the new podcast studio, give you a little bit of update. So what you all can really expect on this podcast is a lot on behavioral sciences, psychology, body language, have guests on here, and we could talk about some of that, some criminology, a lot of really cool things. So if you're not already subscribed, you may want to do that so you don't miss out on a lot of that cool content, as well as a lot of really cool guests we're going to have here. And we're going to have Zizi here also interviewing the guests. A lot
I'm
of fun.
excited. I'm excited.
A lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right, that's all we got. See you at the top.
Yay. We did it. I didn't pass out.
You didn't pass out.
I didn't pass out.